Okay, boss. So in the last class, we've been looking at transient provider and virtual provider to access the information models of HANA database in the BW application. Boss. Apart from those, we also have another option of consuming HANA models in BW. One is OpenODS View. Boss. This is a new provider which is given from BW 7.4 SP5, and this is available only when you have BW on HANA. A major point to be noted is this involves field-based modeling. When I say field-based modeling, we don't need info objects to create OpenODS view. We can leverage the metadata of the fields of the source object, whether it is data source or HANA model or whatever it is, can be leveraged in creating this OpenODS views. That is one. And next point is it is virtual. Similar to your virtual provider, this does not store any data physically in it. It is completely a virtual object bus. And next point to be noted is about the association. We can have association of one OpenODS view to another OpenODS view or to my info objects in BW also. Either ways. One is to info objects in BW or to another OpenODS. So for example, let's say I create one OpenODS view which is representing customer master. And let's say I'm creating one more OpenODS which is representing sales transaction data. Then in order to link both these two, I can have an association between OpenODS view of sales transactions versus the customer OpenODS view, and both of them can be associated. That is one kind of association we can look at. And one more is, let's say I have created OpenODS view which is representing sales data, and I have a field called customer. And by using this customer, I would like to have the association with the master data info in BW. Let's say I've got 0 customer. Then I can associate the CNO field with this 0 customer and access all the master data objects, and also have the leverage. Also have the flexibility of leveraging navigation attributes also. Okay, boss. This is the points which we have to focus on. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, boss. So this is my system. So basically, you can go about creating this OpenODS view from RSA1. You have this option. We have this flexible of creating OpenODS view from here, but this is not much flexible to create this. So I would prefer it creating from the BW modeling tools first. So what you can do is, this is my HANA Studio, right? Apart from installing HANA Studio, if you install BW modeling tools, once we have this BW modeling tools installed, you'll have this perspective here. Look at this. What is BW modeling? Okay. Or I can go it from here. Choose open perspective. You will find this perspective called BW modeling after you install BW modeling tools, which can be downloaded from Service Marketplace. Once you go into that perspective, you'll have a lot of projects here. I just want to create a new project. What I can do, drop down here, the project what you create will be a BW Pro. One thing is, I can open the SAP GUI completely from here. Just click on this SAP GUI. First, let me create a project. Drop down, create a BW project, and which is a connection. This is from SAP logon pad. This is my connection. So next, username is Cubex, and okay. I am using BW modeling tools from the Eclipse tool. Yeah. I don't need any worksets. You can name this project as you like. Say Q10 BW on HANA. And I would also want to attach HANA system to this so that I can work with BW objects as well as associated HANA objects also. And HANA system is this. Yeah. So this is my project which is created. Now I can open the logon from SAP GUI completely from here. Choose that project, Q10 BW HANA project, and say OK. Say I'm able to open this RS7 completely from here and work on the GUI also from here. You can work on the complete GUI from here. Okay, I don't need that now. Once you have this project, once the BW you have the BW project, you have this. See, all your HANA objects can be seen under this HANA library, because for this project, since you have attached HANA system, I'm able to see HANA objects also. I get to see catalog, I get to see content, I get to see packages, I can start seeing HANA models. I can start seeing HANA models, and which I can leverage these HANA models into my BW also. Yeah. That is where I have attached HANA system. And you see a folder called info products where you get to see the info areas. Under the info areas, you get to see the info products. For example, if I expand this info area, I am able to see the info products like InfoCube, OpenODS views, composite providers, yeah, classic DSO. Then I've got advanced DSOs. I get to see all of them and something and what NLS objects. Okay. Same way I have my info area. If you remember Q10IA, expand this. I already have one info object, then one queries. This is queries. These are the big queries which we created, and I've got info cubes. This is what I have now. So I would like to create OpenODS view from here. Just select the info area, right click, say new. What is it you want to create? I want to create OpenODS view. Now when you say create OpenODS view, this is the info area, and this is the name, technical name of the OpenODS view. Let's say Q10 OPN01. OpenODS view. Next is about semantics. Whether this OpenODS view represents fact, master data, or text. It does not support any hierarchies now. It only supports either facts or master data or text. So we only define the semantics whether this OpenODS view is going to represent or project you the data of master data, attributes, or text, or facts. So let's say, for example, facts, and then you have next property as source type. This is very, very important. This is where you basically define what is the source we would like to leverage to define the OpenODS view bus. Okay. So we have these options. If you go down, we have all these 5 options which can be leveraged as a source to create OpenODS view. One is BW data source, which could be flat file or ECC or DB Connect or anything. It just says data source of BW. If you have a data source which is available, that can be, which in BW, that can be used as a source. And then next one, look at this next one, database table or view. So if I have any of the database table available in the HANA database, in the backend HANA system, I've got BW running on HANA, right? In the backend HANA database, if I have any of the table or views, which could, when I say view, it is not HANA analytical view, okay? It is normal database table in the schema or database view or column views, not the HANA model from the package, no. From the schema, we will have the database, we can consume database table or database view or column view bus. So we can use either of those as a source. Next we have something called virtual table using SAP HANA Smart Data Access. Means if you look at this, you remember other day by using smart data access, we were able to connect some source remotely and consume those tables as virtual tables. We can also create OpenODSView based on the virtual tables which are being consumed by smart data access also. And then I have the flexibility of using transformation also. Say for example, now since OpenODSView is virtual, it does not do any transformations. It just shows you the data as it is from the source. But by using this transformation option, you can build transformations and use the transformations as a source for my ODP, which will perform transformations on fly. Let's say you build some transformations and associate the transformations with OpenODSView, then while reading data from the source, it will transform the data and then show you as per the logics. So transformation also can be leveraged as a source for creating OpenODSView. Next, we have another option called data's advanced DSO. Advanced DSO can also be used as a source for creating OpenODSView. We don't know advanced DSO, but we'll see that as a separate topic. So these all objects can be used as a source. Okay. Okay. Now let me see. My focus is about this complete topic. Now within this topic, I'll cover how we are consuming HANA models also. Okay. Now first one, I would like to show that with consuming data source in BW. I can open the SAP GUI from here itself, right? Data sources. Let me just go with normal. Let me make it simple first. Flat file. I have data source which can give. Okay, boss. I already have some data source, a flat file data source which is built on normal local workstation file data source. And here it says, see, look at this. But you cannot just use any data source you want. Only the data source which says the direct access properties as allowed, it can be used for virtual access, right? Same way, only the data source which supports this direct access can be used as a source for my OpenODSView. Now I would like to use this data source. How do I do this? Right click on the info area, say new OpenODSView. First example I'm showing you with data source. Say facts. I would like to leverage data source of BW. It will ask me which data source you're looking at. You can just type into search. So it says this is the data source. See, data source is always qualified by the source system because I can have same data source name coming from different connections, right? So when you say data source, it will take the connection name also. So this is a data source name and this is a connection. I say finish. So when you choose a data source, I think you know this, right? Your data source will have transfer structure, yes, which will basically give you all the fields, and the transfer structure has got the data type definitions also, right? That is called metadata bus. Based on that metadata, this is where you get to see name of this description. If you want to edit this, change the source, I can change the source also from here. Don't worry about this data flow now. Just get to the fact. Now when you get to this tab called facts, here you get to see all the fields of your data source. Now what are the data source? You selected data source, right? I said it involves field based modeling. I have not created any info objects. It has basically taken the information from the transfer structure and now it is considering all the metadata based on the metadata of the fields what is there in the transfer structure. It is referring that as the structural fields to be used in creating this OpenODSView. I said I want this all this as characteristic, sales order, month, all this. I want year also to be in the character. I can just do a drag and drop. These are key figures. This is currency field. This is unit field. It's fine here. If I have anything like mandate field, I can put it to client. If I have timestamp fields, I can put it to this. if I feel if I want to have now this is may not be important. The characteristic key will be important when you're creating your OpenODS of type master data attribute, where you have to represent the key field there. So when you select any of this field, you get to see the properties. Okay. And I don't want, see, this is what I was referring to association, which we have to see. We'll see that later. We can also have the field associated with authorization objects also. And we can have some control on display simple properties. But I would like to go with this. I would like to have this field amount. I would like to associate this amount with the currency. Look at this. It is automatically doing that. But I've got amount. Why it is automatically doing that is because in the data source, when you see the data, yeah, system stuck completely. As system. Sorry, my screen is stuck. Now look at this. You see this association of amount with currency and quantity with unit. That is automatically handled now. That is automatically handled because in the data source, your amount is referencing to this currency field, and this quantity is referencing to this unit. Because of this referencing here, it is automatically considering that referencing in this definition. Otherwise, you'll have to explicitly map this. And for this keyword, you can specify the aggregation function, whether you want sum or min or max. Okay, that's it. I'm just saying activating was nothing else. But so after it has been activated, I can see the data from here, but I have some configuration missing. If I just click show data preview, I should be able to see the data like a rough reporting here. Yeah? It's not there, but I can show you data from here. I can go to back. So this is the OpenODS view. If I expand, I see that it is built on the data source. Now right click on this and say display data. So where it is reading from, it is reading the flat file and then showing you database. Like this, we can have your OpenODS view built on top by using the data source of BW. It could be flat file data source, or it could be ECC data source, or whatever it is. See, whatever I've done with flat file data source, you can still go about doing that with the ECC data source also. Okay, but I don't know, but I can basically, you know how to create your extractors in ECC and then bring it and do that. So that is one way of creating your OpenODS view by using a data source first. Next example, I would like to show you how do we create OpenODS view by using a table in HANA database. So I would like to switch to modeler and then see. I have removed the filter. So you remember Cubex 10 was our schema, right? Let's say in this schema there is some now I have a schema called shell, which has got some relevant tables. I've got some I've got Do we also get similar kind of options for RSA? RSA. You get that. I'll create one from there, but you get same options. But only thing is, you don't have the drag and drop. I'll show you what I meant. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. I got this shell schema. Under this schema, I have this table customers, which is giving me customer data, which is customer master. I would like to create OpenODS view of type master from this table. Okay. So let me switch to BW modeling again. Info area, right click, new, OpenODS view. Facts. And now this time it is DB table or view. So what is the schema? It is shell. System is stuck again. Now look at this. I will take shell. This is my schema, and the DB object, just specify that. Customer, this is my table. So when I'm referring to any of the database object of that schema, how your BW system will access it? It automatically creates one source system connection for this, which is a DB connect. I'll tell you finish. See shell 00001, right? That is actually DB connect. When I choose a DB object of some schema, it automatically creates a database connection for you, and then allows the BW application to access the DB objects of that schema bus. Say finish. If I go to facts, now it takes customer ID as the key field and all others are characteristics. Sorry boss, tomorrow I'll fix this, but I don't know, some problem with my system. Okay. Someone was asking what is the difference when I do that from RS7 or when I do it from here. Say for example, now these are not there. Now I can just straight away select this and drag and drop them. It's much more. I don't have this drag and drop flexibility when I go to RS7. I'm okay. So now look, since this master data OpenODS view, I'm preferring this customer ID as a key field, and these are normal attributes. And I still can have some properties, all this, but not just active. I'm okay. So this is OpenODS view referring to master data.
Hello?
Hello.
Sir, you place it twice, I mean characteristic objects.
Okay. Because for me, I could not see. I'm just changing it now. So this will be the key, and these are your normal attributes. You still can have time dependent master data valid from valid to all this, and then say active. So this is how you basically can have OpenODS view representing master data also. This is CNO1. So this is the OpenODS view built for customer master bus. Next, I want to show you one more example where I build in the HANA models, Q10PK. I have this view 001 ZCV sales 001, which is a calculation view. I would like to consume this calculation view in BW bus. So I have this data fine. Now, do you all know this? Like when we create this calculation view, does it create a column view in Sysbig schema automatically? ZCV sales 001 of Cubex 10PK. Now I'll go to catalog. I'll go to SysBIC column views. Yeah, I already have the ZCV sales 001. Expand this column view. You go to this calculation column view. Okay. Now see, I have this. This is a column view, calculation column view, Cubex 10PK model slash ZCV sales 001. And I can leverage this to create my OpenODS view. Not only table from the schema, I can also use column view also. Q10 column view. Select DB or table, DB table or view. Now this time schema will be Sysbig schema. Select Sysbig schema, then select the object from here. Models. It doesn't give any help. Straight away give your calculation column view name here and then say finish. This transaction data, so I've got all these characteristics. These are key figures. It's fine. And that's it. I'm activate. So like this now. So this is the OpenODS view based on column view. Nothing but I'm able to consume my HANA model bus. So it is actually reading data from your HANA model and then showing you data bus. Q10 CV. I can create a BigQuery on top of it. But with the 7.5 now, you can create a BigQuery from here. So right click, you get option as new. You get option as new BigQuery here itself with new Eclipse based BigQuery designer. I don't have that now. I'll go to query designer, create here. So now this is basically reading it from the view and then showing you. Now, does this give you flexibility of consuming HANA models in BW bus? Now, I wanted to prove that by using OpenODS view, we can consume HANA models in BW bus. Yes, this is one flexibility here. So we'll continue tomorrow bus. I'll try to fix the problems of getting stuck. And there's still much more concept onto OpenODS. Basically with new 7.4, 7.5, it will be all with OpenODS view, advanced DSV and composite provider bus. Okay. Okay, boss. And we have got new project now on 7.5 on HANA DB. Now there is a version which SAP is giving BW 7.5 explicitly for HANA database. Yeah, so we got to use that application now for the new implementation. We won't have that implementation now. Yeah. We can consume other database. Yeah, that is what I'll show tomorrow. If you want to consume other database HANA model, how do I do? See, when you look at database table or view, we can only consume database table or database view or column view of the HANA database, which is the backend of BW system only. For example, I have a different requirement. Let's say I have BW on HANA, I have ECC on HANA. In ECC on HANA, I have a HANA model. How can I consume that with OpenODS? That is what we have to discuss tomorrow. Okay. Still, how many classes will it go? It will go for another 1 week. Another 1 week plus. Yeah, I'll show you tomorrow. We can all because OpenODS gives you flexibility of using transformations, right? We can write routines which will be performed on fly. Yeah, we'll see that tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Transportation, everything will be covered. Don't worry. These are simple topics. No restriction. No restriction on migration non-created queues. You can migrate, but only thing is you should make sure the cubes are already with BA7 flow. If you have 3.x cubes, first migrate them to BA7 flow, then migrate them to HANA optimized bus. Okay. We'll cover that bus. Don't worry. We'll cover that. Okay. No, we can migrate even the providers which are in SPOs also. Hybrid provider, no. Okay. Cubes which are in hybrid provider cannot be migrated. Yeah, I'll cover transportation. Don't worry.